You might feel fine after a crash, but days later, new pain shows up. These hidden injuries could put both your health and your case at risk. In this video, we're talking about something many people don't realize until it's too late: delayed symptoms after a crash. Understanding why this happens, what kind of injuries to look out for, and what steps to take can make all the difference in protecting your health and your rights. Hey, I'm attorney Lloyd Bourgeois, your Louisiana injury attorney. I've spent years helping injured folks fight back when insurance companies and corporate interests try to take advantage of them following a car crash. If you've been involved in a crash, you need someone in your corner, give me a call at 504-882-9867 for your free consultation. Remember, when you need a win, you gotta give them the L. And right after a crash, the adrenaline and shock can mask pain. What seems like a minor ache can actually point to something much more serious. So why do crash victims sometimes experience delayed symptoms? When your body experiences sudden trauma in a crash, your system immediately goes into survival mode. That rush of adrenaline can temporarily block pain signals, making you feel fine, even though injuries are present. Shock can also cloud judgment, leaving you less aware of what's happening internally. General soreness adds another layer of confusion. After a crash, it's common for your entire body to feel stiff and sore. Because of that, it's easy to dismiss ongoing pain as just soreness, when in reality, it might be something more serious. Finally, some injuries simply don't produce noticeable symptoms right away. For example, bleeding inside the body or swelling around the brain can take hours or days to build up to the point where you feel it. That's why delayed symptoms are not unusual. They're part of how the body reacts to trauma. What injuries may cause delayed symptoms after a crash? There are several categories of injuries where delayed symptoms are especially common. There's traumatic brain injuries, or TBIs. You may think of them as concussions or other brain injuries, and they don't often reveal themselves immediately. You might only notice problems with concentration, vision changes, ringing in your ears, or sleep issues days later. These symptoms can last weeks or even months. Ignoring them can lead to long-term impairment. Next, internal bleeding. One of the most dangerous delayed injuries is internal bleeding. It often doesn't show any obvious external signs. Instead, you might feel weak, dizzy, or develop abdominal or chest pain. Left untreated, it can quickly become life-threatening. Organ injuries are also possible. A collision can injure organs like your liver, kidneys, spleen, stomach. Symptoms may not appear right away, but things like sudden abdominal pain, nausea, or unexplained fatigue could signal something more serious. Then there's spinal injuries. Neck and back pain may feel like general soreness at first, but tingling, numbness, weakness in your arms or legs could mean a serious spinal cord issue. If untreated, it could cause permanent damage. And gastrointestinal injuries may also occur. A perforation in your stomach or intestines may not be obvious at first, but if waste leaks into your body, it can cause serious, life-threatening infections. Stomach pain or persistent discomfort after a crash should never be ignored. The bottom line is that delayed symptoms can come from many injuries. They may not show up until your body has had time to respond to the trauma, but when they do, they can be dangerous. So what should you do after a crash that causes injuries with delayed symptoms? The most important step is to seek medical attention as soon as possible after the collision, even if you don't think you're hurt. A doctor can detect injuries that aren't obvious and create medical records that protect both your health and your case. And as symptoms develop, doctors can keep track of them, and you should as well. Write down when they started, how often they happen, how severe they are. This journal can help doctors diagnose the injury and also provide evidence if you need to make a legal claim. But if you didn't seek treatment right away, it's important to seek treatment as soon as the symptoms become noticeable for you. And after your visits, ask for copies of your medical imaging, like x-rays and MRIs, and keep every bill or record you receive. These documents can show both the medical impact and the financial impact of your injuries. Finally, talk to an attorney experienced in handling these types of cases. Insurance companies often argue that delayed symptoms mean injuries aren't connected to the crash. A skilled and experienced lawyer can use your medical records, expert testimony, and your own documentation to prove the connection and make sure that you get fair compensation. If you've been seriously injured in a crash and are starting to notice new symptoms days or weeks later, I'm Lloyd Bourgeois. Call me and my team today at 504-882-9867 for your free consultation. We'll walk you through your options, explain how the law applies to your situation, and get to work on protecting your future. Remember, when you need a win, you gotta give them the L. And if you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button and check out this next video.